Oops, wrong way. This way, maybe? No, it's not this way. That's to the boar. Here we go, the rabbit.
Next.
Over to the dog.
Next.
Okay. And I guess we'll try the horse next. I honestly don't remember which one is the red tiger. Has the red tiger stamp.
Next.
Ah. Damn it. Might have to look at a guide to figure out which one it is.
What am I? What do you? What's well? How correct?
Let's get this back to needing just the last one. Ah, wrong way. This way.
Next.
There we go. I just want to explore it on the ceiling a little bit further. It's got to be the goat. It's got to be the goat. I'll come back to him in a minute. Because I think that's the only guy I haven't tried now is the goat. Let's go get the dog. And then go try the goat.
Next.
Okay, and this way. Please be right.
Next.
Yes, it's right. There we go. Now we have to get back onto the floor and off the ceiling. There we go. Let's go turn this thing in and get our mushroom and get out of here. I hate bureaucracy.
It appears correct.
Bureaucrats.
Good. May I have the mushroom now, please?
Yes, yes. There's no call to be rude, you know. A little patience and consideration isn't too much to ask, is it?
No, not at all.
No, of course not.
Here.
There we go. Got our mushroom. Okay, now let's go give it to him.
Ah, my mushroom. You, Master Wei, are a most resourceful mortal.
You flatter me, Master Tan. Now, about the shadow demon.
Shadow demon?
What?
A shadow demon, you say? I'm not sure I can help you.
Must I remind you
You
of our
little-
agreement?
Agreement? We had an
Why?
I fooled you, didn't I?
Yes.
No, I
Yes, you
hadn't
did the first
forgotten,
time around.
Master Wei. It's very simple. You must place the serpent on the shadow, then release it. The serpent, that is. And I believe that concludes our business.
Right. he is bye-bye. And now we have our serpent. Let's go ahead and get back out of this fantasy world. Replace the pearl. Let's go out. This way to get big again. Hey, where'd the door go? Yeah, you can still go in there by clicking there, but... Okay, and here we go. That's the end of China. That was actually about half as fast as... Or, sorry, twice as fast as it took me the first time. Because I had no idea what I was doing. I was constantly flipping back and forth between this and a guide, so... The simple fact that I haven't had to is very helpful for me. Here's the end of China. In fact, I don't even think I need to guide for the rest of the game now.
Dr. Wei, we of the abode of the Purple Deposit are in your debt.
Is it not the duty of all government officials to restore harmony where it is disturbed, Master Lo?
Yes,
you
but
say
how
that.
many actually do?
Allow us to wish you a
Most
pleasant
people
and
hate government
speedy
officials
journey
because they
to
don't really do anything
Liang,
helpful.
whose sub-prefect and people are fortunate indeed to receive so worthy a master of the civil register.
Dr. Wei,
Master Wu?
a young woman gave me something for the man who saved her from the hunter. Am I right to think you are that man?
Yes,
I
indeed.
believe so, old master. In truth, I did very little.
She did not think so. Take her gift and journey safely, Wei Yulan.
Yay, and now we're back here. And we can place it. And let's ask him about the crystal.
My crystal has changed its shape.
And the road is complete. Let the crystal open the way to Shambala.
Let's see if he has anything more to
The
say.
road
about
has taken me on strange journeys.
It is not your
What of the places I go?
for you.
Apparently not. Yes, we put the crystal in the center. And now we go to the Lotus Room. Just jump in already. There you go. Now this can be a bit confusing if you have no idea what to do. You've got all these images from the stones here. What you have to do is you have to click on them in the exact order that you place them. So we started with the Celtic, and then the cross that you got from it. Then the skull stone and the Yucatan symbol stone. And then finally the intricate stone and the dragons. If you don't click on them in the proper order, nothing happens. You have to leave the room and come back and try again. But, for right now, I go to Shambala. Shambala! There's not all too much here to do here. It's mostly just a lot of exposition from this
This
woman
is Shambhala?
about the
Yes.
history of the
For
story
you,
and
this
so on.
is Shambala.
There are many things I do not understand. Does my journey end in this place?
No,
Nope.
Ten. You and the power you carry are part of each other. Its journey does not end here. Neither does yours.
Please explain this power to me.
It came from somewhere in the stars. It was infinitely wiser, more intelligent than our ancestors. But they had something which it lacked. A physical body, sensations, joy and pain, the cycle of birth and death.
Okay.
It wanted to suffer and die?
The power does not die, Ten, but it can share the experience with whoever carries it.
What happened when it came to Earth? Did it seek out a body to inhabit?
No. It lay inside a crystal and waited until a small tribe of islanders discovered it. The power gave them knowledge, and more importantly, the thirst to discover. They left their island and traveled around the world.
And did the power get its wish?
Eventually, you are proof of that.
Oh, that's nice to know.
But it did not ask. It waited to be invited. And while it waited, some of the traveling islanders, hungry for more knowledge than the power was willing to impart, found a way to smash the crystal and split the power in two.
Light and dark.
Chaos and order. Opposites.
Right.
The two halves of the power fought. The people formed two factions, and many lost their lives. Finally, the followers of the light prevailed.
What happened then?
To prevent further war, some of the people took the light back to the island where it had first been found. Then they came here and built Shambala.
Shambala.
And the others? They kept the dark half of the power?
Yes, they kept it prisoner and buried it. And they settled on an island which they called Atlantis.
But they no longer had the power.
They had echoes, Ten. The crystal had been smashed into 1,000 pieces, and each of these contained some memory of the power. The people of Atlantis used their crystals to create a brilliant civilization, hidden from the rest of mankind.
Are they still there?
No, they were scattered long ago, when their island sank beneath the ocean.
How did that happen?
Some of the people, eager to be masters of all the world, unburied the dark half of the power and unleashed a tide of destruction. One man, your ancestor Seth, traveled to where the light was hidden and took it into him. Together, they defeated the dark.
Okay. What about
Well,
me?
I have come. I still do not understand why.
You are here because the light heard the call and began to awake and led you to the road.
Was the light asleep?
Yes. After the sinking of Atlantis, the people of Shambala were afraid of another confrontation between the two halves of the power. So, they devised a way of putting the dark to sleep.
But how does that
And the
affect the
light?
light?
One cannot sleep if the other is awake, Ten. They are halves of one being, much more than twins. The dark slept in its prison, the light inside many succeeding generations of bearers. You are the last.
Why? Why am I the last? And why has the power come awake?
Uh-huh.
Your ancestors knew a sign would one day come, calling the power back to its origin. They suspected that nothing would prevent the call from waking both halves of the power, so they made what preparations they could.
What were they?
They built the road to Shambala and scattered
Shambhala.
its parts in different places
I just
so
love
that
that
only
word.
the light bearer, possessing the crystal, could follow it.
Why did they want the light bearer to come here?
From here you will find the way to the Dark One's prison.
From here, we go to
There,
Atlantis.
light
Well,
and
the ruins
dark
of it, at
must be
least.
rejoined so that the power can answer
And
the
then we
call.
travel beyond
Why did my ancestors,
Atlantis.
with all their skills, join the two halves?
Only light and dark themselves can join and become one. One must absorb and dominate the other. Before they were separated, light was master. That is how it must be again.
And if dark absorbs light?
That is what your ancestors feared, Ten,
That's why they didn't
and that is
do
why
it
the power was
themselves.
put to sleep. But now the joining must be done. The light must be stronger.
Why didn't the halves join when they last fought?
Because your ancestor Seth, the first bearer, was not willing to risk dark-absorbing light, and so he prevented their joining. Now, though, the call has come, and there is no choice. The power cannot be put to sleep again.
But what has this to do with me? I am only the bearer of the light.
The power came in search of physical form, Ten. To fulfill its destiny,
What is
today that
destiny?
form is you. You and the light are one and inseparable. Soon you will also be one with the dark.
And what will I do then?
Fulfill your destiny, Ten. Whatever it may be.